Good morning, you guys. So we are now in week 4, part 3 of Understanding Unbroken. If you're watching this, that means you're getting ready to start reading chapters 12 through 17. This is right here where our screencast is going to go, but I want to show you guys this link. Now this has been on every single one of your slides for every week, but I'm not sure if all of you know that it's here. So I'm going to quickly show you. It's called the Troubleshooting Link, and when you click on it, it actually gives you another screencast that shows you what to do if you are struggling with downloading your PDF and things like that, because I know some of you guys are struggling with the download of the book. So that's where you guys want to go if you are one of those people that are struggling. Okay, so now just here's our objectives. So 1 is to overview the time at sea and being captured, and then 2, the purpose. We're still doing narrative writing prep, so we're going to guide you through the next phase of Louie's life, introduce and practice the following tools for narrative writing. So descriptive words, show don't tell, and dialogue, both internal and spoken. This is where you're going to go to get your part 3. If you want to listen to the audio, the link's already in. It takes a total of 56 minutes to get through part 3. There's a question here. It just says, when chapter 12 begins, what has just happened, and why does Phil give Lewis command? So check that out. It's worth 2 points, and we will continue. So this activity is pretty much just asking you to find descriptive words in 3 different places. So we have this really awesome descriptive words list that your amazing teachers put together. And so when you click on it, this pops up, slowly but surely, and it has all these wonderful descriptive words that you guys can use in your narrative writing. So please check that out. You're going to go to there to find 5 descriptive words. In chapter 12, they also use a lot of descriptive words, so you're going to be listening for descriptive words or looking out for descriptive words, and you're going to put 5 that you really like here. And then you guys, you can find your own descriptive words. Now, when I say find your own, you can find them in the descriptive words list. You can type into Google descriptive words, or if you guys know really good descriptive words that you would like to use, you can put them here. This is worth 5 points. The way it breaks down is every 3 gets you 1 point, okay? This is just a little video. This is like the little brain break for chapter 12. This happened though towards the end of chapter 11, so keep that in mind. It's just to get you guys back into it. And this is really in chapter 12. All right, here's a little game that we have for you guys to do. It's kind of like taboo writing style. So without saying what room you are in, so kitchen, living room, bedroom, wherever you're at doing this, you're going to use the timer. So the timer's right here. Whenever you want to start, you just click on it and it'll begin. Use the timer to write for 3 minutes describing the room that you are in. Use as many descriptive words as you can. The challenge of this is then when you're done, like when the timer goes off, to then take your description of the room to your family members and just ask them like, hey, what room was I in? And see if they can figure it out. Don't say things like the refrigerator or the couch. Describe it. Okay, that's what we're going for. Because if you say the couch, it's like, no, duh, that's the living room. Okay, so take the time, really try to get them to guess it without saying big things like that. Okay, and it's worth 2 points. This is another question, so it's just saying what's happening so far. So Phil, Mac, and Louie are each struggling in their own ways on the raft. However, Louie seems to have changed once again. Describe the role of Louie in chapter 13. That's worth 1 point. And then here's another just little check-in. So it says at the end of chapter 13, the Zamborini family receives a letter. What did the letter say, and why do you think Louise Zamborini disagreed with it? So answer here. This one's worth 2 points. It has 2 questions in it. Okay, so for this one, guys, we're going to be talking more and more about the elements of narrative writing, because next week you'll be starting it. So this is the first element, it's show don't tell, and Miss McCarter goes through it in this video, and then towards the end of it, it has a topic that you guys can choose from. So just choose one of the topics from the screencast and write a showing paragraph. So watch this video, listen to it, and take as much as you can in, because it's going to help you with this activity and then the activities to come. And this one's worth 3 points. So this is your example. So it says on the next slide, find one quote in chapters 14 through 16. Next slides. It has to do with the next few slides. So let me just fix that for you guys real quick. So on the next slides, find one quote in chapters 14 through 16 that demonstrates showing writing. Then explain what the author is telling us with a quote. So this is your example. This is a show sentence that I found in the book, and then this is me telling you what the author is trying to convey with that showing sentence. Okay. So you're going to do the same thing for chapter 14. So you're going to find one for chapter 14. Your showing is going to go here, the showing sentence, that's the quote, and then what the author is trying to convey with that showing sentence. So your own writing is going to go here. So worth 2 points. Another brain break, and then here's another one. This one's for chapter 15. You're going to do the exact same thing. Find a showing sentence in chapter 15, and then tell us about it in right here. All right, same thing for chapter 16. Showing sentence here, telling us about it, like these are your own words here. All right, now we have another screencast. So another big part of narrative writing is dialogue. So take some time, listen to what Ms. Serban has to say, because it's going to help you for the next slide, and it's really going to be important for you guys' narrative writing. So make sure you take the time to watch this screencast. All right, so now we're in chapter 17. 17 is going through the rules of dialogue that Ms. Serban discussed. So those are, a lot of them are being used in chapter 17. So when you're reading chapter 17, look out for some of those rules. You're going to put in the rule here. So like which rule is being used, okay? And then you're going to find the quote that has that rule being used. You're going to put it here, and do not forget to cite it. And then it says right here which rule is the quote an example of, and how do you know? So how do you know that's the rule? Just to let us know, you guys, that you understand it. That's why we're asking. Okay, it's not we don't know. We want to make sure you know before you go using the tool. Okay. And this whole slide is worth 4 points. And then it's time for your reflection. So it says, describe a time when you were really disappointed or worried. How did you get through that time in your life? If you are still experiencing that disappointment / worry, what are you doing to help you through? Use what you learned from Show Don't Tell and add dialogue where you can. Okay, so in this reflection, in this narrative journal, we're asking you guys to pull together those two big things that we talked about. You guys are grabbing in Show Don't Tell, and you're grabbing in your dialogue, okay? Try to use the dialogue in order to gain practice before you have to do your writing. And that one's worth 5 points. And then you guys are on to your slides. That's this part 2, but we all know we are now in part 3, slides project. This is the exact same example. Notice down here, you guys, it says that this slide represents the first few chapters of part 2, leaving home, being in the military, and getting a bunch new friends that played pranks. So this describes what's going on here. Okay, we didn't just give us this part and say, good luck guessing what I'm trying to say. Okay, we want you guys to do that. Okay, so it says, explain what the slide represents and why you chose to creatively represent that part of the story. Okay, do not forget that. It even has the little don't forget here, because we're noticing that a lot of you guys are getting dinged on points for not putting in your full explanation. And I think that it's just because the caption doesn't feel like it's enough room for you guys, but we want to make sure that you guys are successful in this. So make sure you put that in here. Also, I'm noticing some of you guys are forgetting to put in the audio feature. So I'm just going to show you once again really quick how you do that. So you over here, and you're going to go down to audio. Oops. No, you're not. You're going to go over here. You're going to go down to video, because we're inserting the video for the audio. Okay, and then I got one together. Oops, no I didn't. You just grab it again. So you're going to grab that URL address. You're going to go over to the slides, type that in, push search, find the video, and select it. Okay, so now it's on here. And I chose to make sure that the video didn't have the actual video. It was a lyric video, because you don't want to get dinged for something that's on the video, okay? And we only want to really have the audio. So you want to make sure that nothing's being explicit or anything like that, and it's all appropriate for school. So the best way to do that is just to make it so it's a lyrical video, okay? Then I would resize it and pop it in. All right? So that is how you do the audio. Please make sure you do that, because that's 2 points just putting in the audio and talking about the audio. Okay? You don't want to lose points on something little like that. All right. Well, that's it, you guys. This is the breakdown for your grades. Good luck and have a wonderful week. Bye.